Did your parents blame you for that turned out to be their own fault? One day when I was in high school, I arrived home to discover several mostly empty bottles of alcohol from my mother's liquor cabinet sitting out on the kitchen counter. Upon hearing me enter the house, my mother angrily stomped into the kitchen to demand an explanation about why her booze was missing. I had absolutely no clue, but she wouldn't believe that. My brother had denied drinking her booze, so therefore it must have been me. My mother threw a tantrum trying to get me to confess, which included yelling, screaming, hitting, punching, and throwing things at me. Then she started hurling other punishments. I was grounded. Any of my personal possessions that she didn't like, such as music she hated, were confiscated, and many of them were smashed, destroyed, and thrown into the garbage in front of my face. Then there were chores. Could expect to do nothing but clean from the moment I entered the house until I had to go to bed, until she felt I had learned my lesson. As it turned out, neither my brother nor I had anything to do with the paranormally disappearing alcoholic spirits. About 3 weeks later, one of her friends popped in for a visit. Let's call her Jan. I was mopping the kitchen at the time. Jan chuckled at seeing me mop and made a comment about how her kid never cleans. He asked my mother what her secret was. My mother told her about the missing alcohol and that I was being punished. Jan's face nearly hit the floor, mouth agape. She reminded my mother that they had drunk the booze together during her last visit about a month prior to this new revelation. That I was, in fact, telling the truth. My mommy dearest very calmly stated, "Oh, that's right, I forgot." Then she turned to me and said, "As soon as you're done with the floor, you can stop with the chores for now. You're not grounded anymore." And that was that. Of course, my mother never apologized to me.